Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode we made it to the intermission on day 2. January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. They're finally gonna see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. That's true. You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? No, we just have to prove it. I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot. It's not a top knot. Never mind about the hair, just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal, anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. We'll just bring it in when you're done. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True, without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Oh, I wonder if it would let you screw this up. I'm assuming we're gonna want to go with the bottle. Yeah. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey, that's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Thanks, Gumshoe. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Yes. Alright, I'm getting some audio crackling on my end, so we'll be right back and I'm gonna try to fix that. And we're back. Okay. Back in court. Alright, at least on my end that's better. There we go. Okay. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Godot. Did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. This should go well. You look familiar. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the... Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there, too. Would you mind? What do you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Who's totally real and not at all hiding under his desk. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're doomed. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout, we can all hear ya. What'd you say? There's no point struggling, you're caught in the snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. This is amazing. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. What is it? Please witness if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. I'll have a good spectator sport. Just a minute, it's really not, this witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. Oh, you better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Oh, God. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Out from under there already, would you, Maya? Alright, the tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. Oh, wait. Oh. I just read this. I'm sorry. Just think, all you have to do is press him on something irrelevant and bam, $50,000. Get real, Maya. How about you pay back the money then? Your allowance should cover it. Hey, I'm no idiot, you know. I'm certainly not the one who thought the $50,000 was free money. Anyway, I need to work this guy without pressing his testimony too hard. But his testimony is pretty solid as it is. I admit, nothing jumps out to me as a contradiction. But I've got to find an opening somewhere, or I need to make one. I don't know nothing about no murder. I wonder, like, how many times I can cycle through this. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in the office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi just to ask Violetta. Alright. Instead of pressing, there's one piece of evidence I believe helps us. Yeah. Okay. So on December 3rd. Stop. I don't know nothing about no murder. Okay. So I don't think there's not anything we can do with that. Spent all of my time in the office. Well, we kind of know that's not true because he had scheduled this meeting. I don't know if I press or present. I feel like there's a risk either way. Head up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. Got whales lined up to borrow cash. I don't think there's anything. Maybe there's something we could press there. What was the last one? Something about asking Violetta to like corroborate the alibi. I feel like this statement is my weak link, but I don't know. Do we present the calendar or do we press? Because I feel like the game is very much pushing me to not press, or at the very least think about what I'm pressing. So I think I'm gonna press this. And if that doesn't work, then we'll just present. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Here he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the... Yeah, there we go. So now what? I'm gonna press it and see if he can tell us what exactly he was doing December 3rd. What do yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection!
This is a dead end, Triton. You know it. Remember the rules. No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Gazelle, if you could, please... Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. The days he was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. Would now be the time to present the calendar? Daisy's talking. I was in the office. No, that's a lie. That we know that is a lie.
Objection!
Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger, and the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. He's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. Who's calling me a liar? Is that what she's doing? Bro. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen the kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? Never actually met the victim. That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. The victim, Glenn Elg. I ain't no liar, I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though, who wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender. Waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't ever been to that Tribune joint he's here. Wait, how did you know that? I see, that all seems perfectly logical. You'd arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Are we still... Oh yeah, we're still under... I ain't a lawyer, never met Glenn Elk. We don't have anything to necessarily refute that. At least that I can remember. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on that. It says I was trounced, my client was found guilty. Nope. Written by my phony, the wheel guard is all smashed up. Owner of the loan, Tender Lender, broken vase, you already dealt with that. Crime scene, victim seat, that's not gonna help. Time death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Waiting ticket for $500,000 found on a body search of Maggie. None of that really has anything to do. I really want this paper badge to be a huge clue. Computer virus made by Glenn Elk, potentially worth millions of dollars. Monday at 1:30, so we know the death was closer to 1:30. Tenderly handmade lunch fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenie. Why do we still have that? $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Ashes used for advertising found lying in Tender Lender. Okay. I don't think there's anything in the profile that helps. Eardrum was ruptured. There was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash. I feel like we know that's a lie. But... oh, we don't have the tickets anymore. That stinks that we don't have the tickets. I wonder if that's why they got rid of them, because it's not the solution that they wanted you to arrive at. $100,000. Again, doesn't really tie them together. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender. We don't have anything to refute that. Especially since he's being coy about what time. Yeah, I don't think... It's a lie. We don't have anything conclusive to refute it with. I waited around for an hour, but he ain't never showed. It doesn't help. Ain't ever been to... Oh! Oh, that's a lie. And we have the proof. So, well, I don't know. Because he could just claim that it was Viola. But it's all I have. I'm also curious, like, how much has he been filled in on this case? Like, should I be looking for suspicious things? Like, does he... How do you know it was at Tribulations? Do I press him? I'm gonna try it. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you's talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around my stuff now too, wise guy. What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order, order, well, witness. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Please forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. This close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elk that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Alright, do we... Alright, we'll go a little bit longer. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door of the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. So let's explain how you got matches. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. I see you didn't actually meet with him in the end then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Ha! No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see that he pays a penalty. Mr. Kato, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. Special expressing cheap, right? Just so yous know since yous paying. Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Alright. I was supposed to meet the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. It's like... When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. There's so much wrong with this. I heard the cop's sirens on my way out and I went straight back to my office. So then how did you get the matches? Well, Nick, what do you think? He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. You gotta come right back at him with a contradiction. Be careful what you press him on, though, or you'll get penalized, okay? None of this explains, like, what we started with. The thing is, how did he get the matches? His explanation doesn't explain that. Alright, what does it say about the matches? Just that they were found at Tender Lender. Supposed to meet the kid at the restaurant. Afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. I feel like I want to press him on this.
Hold it.
An ugly scene? What do you mean?
Objection.
The witness has already told us, Wright, which makes that question irrelevant. What? But... what? I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during a trial, that's the rule. You better limit the number of times you take a penalty, Wright. Or your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashen. Don't make me burn you again, Mr. Wright. Wow. I guess I shouldn't have pressed him. What? He hasn't described it at all. Guess I'm gonna make that special express after all. So to recap, this ugly scene you saw was... oh, I see. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as okay. I guess... I feel like asking for more details was reasonable. Guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I want to press that too. But I'm sure it's wrong. Right. Can we use this? So I'm trying to figure out, like, did he see... like, did he see the old man? Did he see... Maggie? I feel like those are important details I should be able to ask about. Oh! Okay, hold on. I got this. Yeah, no, I got this. When I opened the door, you would not have seen an ugly scene when you opened the door. I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to know about, if we saw Maggie, because that could be argued that, like, seeing the old man run out of the restaurant and Maggie passed out and Armstrong freaking out, like, that he could have seen. What he absolutely 100% couldn't have seen. Do I present this? Oh, or is it the next statement? I thought I had this. All right, that was premature. It's a one ugly scene. You couldn't have. Do I present this here, or do I present it where it's like the guy on the table? Because he wouldn't have been able to see that, but because he's saying he opened the door, saw the guy over the table. That's what he testified to. And then he walked out. That he did not say anything about walking in.
Objection.
You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Tried? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would not have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Nope. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Ew, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Got him. That's where we're going to go ahead and call an episode. I don't know how much of this is left, but we're running a little long. We'll pick this up in the next one and see what happens. I feel like we've got him. I think this is going to be the last day if I had to take a guess. But we'll see how things go in the next one. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.